Hey, what's up, traders? To watch this video for, let me get this right, Wednesday, October 2nd. Let me scoot this down real quick. So, an ugly day in the SPY. That is a nasty candle. SPY fell from 298.45 all the way down to a low of 293, and pretty much going out close to its lows. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But today, a lot of stuff just bleeding lower all day. What are we watching for tomorrow? PRPO just goes back on bounce watch. A pretty narrow range today. It's getting kind of close to a round trip, but it never triggered today. I'm going to put it on bounce watch one more day. SCHW was on bounce watch today. No triggering it again, but it's getting that kind of downside shape. It's getting fast to the downside. Not a lot of chart to go on because it's a recent IPO, but I do think this one is setting up for a decent bounce. Micron, MU. Okay, so it's fallen, it gapped down 3 days ago and it's fallen a couple more days. Look to the left. You got some support right in this area just below 42. And if it gets fast to the downside, I love a touch of the 200-day. So definitely goes on bounce watch tomorrow. AMTD, Ameritrade, or you could pick E-Trade, you could pick Schwab. I actually have Schwab on here too. Really beaten up on, I guess it seems like all these brokers are either switching to or going to be forced to compete, switch to zero commissions, and then I'm pretty sure the trading/investing world is saying, well, how the heck are you going to make money? And so these stocks are getting slammed. But I do want to watch them as a contrarian play just for a snapback bounce. Remember, I don't hold overnight, so I'm fairly comfortable watching these for a low-risk intraday bounce setup, right? FANG. Been falling really, you could argue, almost 2 weeks straight down to a pretty clean spot on the chart that it hit this low day after Christmas, looks like, is when it hit this low. What was it? 85.90. So basically 85-ish. It went out right about there. I think that's a pretty good setup because it's gotten down here to these December lows in a hurry. Pretty good setup for a snapback bounce, even if it flushes down below it tomorrow, you still might get a nice reversal. It's kind of a common thing we see. SPWR, this is a recent strong stock, right? You can see the gap up here. I think this was on earnings, and now it's just been decimated for a week straight, maybe a little more than a week. And it did bounce back here in July off this area. The low there was $10.11. Kind of like that last one I showed you. I wouldn't mind seeing a flush of 10, but this one's overdue for a bounce. I like these snapback bounces, so it's kind of easy to populate a watch list when you have a lot of stocks looking like this. SCHW, Schwab. I'd like to see this sell off another day, and it's got pretty good support at around 36. So that one, another broker that I want to watch. NET, recent IPO, was really strong about a week ago, right? And it's just off a cliff now, hitting new all-time lows, but it's only been trading for a little while. Pretty nasty candle today. Another one possibly maybe going to give us a snapback bounce tomorrow. SSI, very strong move from 90 cents to 210 over the course of, 6 or 7 sessions. Now a couple red days, maybe because of the market. Maybe this was overdone to the upside, but certainly a decent bounce play after a couple red days after that huge move. CAPR. I don't love this, but it had a nice breakout, and really you could argue today held up really well, all things considered, for the market. So if the market stabilizes, that one's a potential long. A few more. VHC, nothing pretty here, closed at 521, but in after hours went out trading around 640. So they had news after hours. So possible gap and go tomorrow. CFMS. Very strong move today, but then giving a lot of it back, closing actually probably below its midway point. Nice volume though. See if we can get a red to green or something like that in that one. And lastly, HYRE. Nice volume spike today and really good relative strength when you consider how weak the market was. That's plenty to watch. I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll see you all in chat tomorrow. Have a good night.